guys, today's going to be a back to basics type of video. I even just had an idea that maybe at some point in the near future I could do a week of my manifestation content where it's all about the back to basics, the basic principles, just really simplifying it, you know, ABC, couple of points so you guys can let go of any confusion or doubt you might have. But today's going to help with that specifically as well. And it's all about why manifesting is really easy. It's a basic principle. It's not difficult. It's not complicated. We just complicate it with our logic and ration and our memories and intelligence and all that stuff. So yeah, we complicate it ourselves, but really as a practice, it's very simple. So today's video is going to help clarify a few points. Get back to the basics, like I said, remove any of the confusion or layers of information you might have absorbed and you're like, hold on, that doesn't make sense. How do I do this? But what if this? What if that? I'm gonna just simplify or remove all of the fluff for you guys today. Even though my videos are really clear and you guys have given me good feedback, I'm gonna make it even more simple today. So if you enjoy this kind of content, please do thumbs up and subscribe and turn on that notification bell. You can stay up to date with all my content. I do post a little bit of content, as you will see if you're subscribed, outside of manifestation, and you don't have to watch those videos, but most of my content is manifestation based, and I have a bunch of short videos coming out every week, so you can stay up to date if you turn on the notification bell and subscribe. And yeah, I also offer one-on-one coaching. I have a bunch of new offers, a slight shift in pricing, but nothing, I haven't increased my prices at all, but it's a slight shift. So if you go on my Instagram, you'll see my new highlight reel, not highlight reel, but like the highlights on my Instagram. LOA Coaching has all my information, what I offer, including my new SP guide. I have a new guide and workbook for £25. So if you're interested in any of that, then get in touch with me and check out my Instagram linked below. Let's get into the video. Manifestation and law of assumption specifically, because there are technically different ways to manifest in different teachings, such as law of attraction. But when it comes to law of assumption, it's very simple. Manifesting has very basic principles. And, you know, there's not a list of 100 things you have to do to manifest successfully or quickly. It literally just comes down to you and your thoughts. It can be summarized as creating new beliefs by shifting your thoughts, changing the thoughts you have in your own mind, the way you think to yourself, to create new beliefs. And because your thoughts create your reality, by changing your beliefs and changing the way you think, your reality has to change in accordance with that. Your 3D physical reality reflects your thoughts, your repetitive thoughts. So that's not to say every single thought you have is reflected. That would be absolute mayhem and hell, in my opinion. But your repetitive thoughts, the ones that become assumptions and beliefs, they are reflected back to you. They're a mirror reflection in your 3D reality. So that is how you can see where you need to work on things, and also where you can see, wow, this works. I just, you know, achieved this success in my life. It all comes down to, that is how it works, but how you actually implement that and consciously put in the effort to create that result is by training your mind, training your subconscious mind, because that's where your beliefs and assumptions are all stored, to think from the new version that you want, the new reality, the new version of your SP, whatever the case may be. You want to think from that new reality. You want to just create conscious thoughts as best as you can that align with that, not say, oh, you know, this is what I'm seeing right now in front of me, so XYZ. No, you say, I have this person acts like this person loves me. You want to start creating conscious thoughts like that, and that's essentially affirmations, right? And the reason we use affirmations is because it's so much easier. You need the repetition. So by creating one very specific phrase that implies what you want, you're making it so much easier and simpler and easier for your mind and subconscious mind to absorb that information. So it's all about training yourself, retraining the subconscious mind, and teaching yourself to think positively. And this is also specifically done with a mental diet. So a mental diet simply means, it's like, imagine you are on a diet. If someone came up to you, your friend, and said, you know, I'm on a diet now, it's the new year, I need to go on a diet. You know exactly what that means, probably eating healthy, eating less, and trying to lose weight, you know, let go of any toxins in their body, just cleanse their body, lose weight, become healthier. It's the same thing for your mind. Release the toxicity, release the negative thoughts, have a healthier, cleaner thought process. So it just means thinking positively, right? So whatever your desire is, any kind of positive thought that you can have that aligns with that is how you want to train yourself to start thinking. And this, of course, is not done overnight or instantly. If you have a very, very simple low resistance assumption, such as tomorrow it's going to rain, that's probably not something you have any resistance to changing, right? If it becomes sunny, it's not that crazy. It's not something you particularly care about. It's not something you assume, oh, you know, Tuesday, January 17th, it's definitely going to rain. It has to rain, you know, it's January 17th. You're not going to think that way. So if it suddenly becomes sunny instead of raining, that's something you can manifest pretty easily, right? But if it's something you have stronger resistance to, it takes the repetition, it takes the training, it takes all that effort to start thinking that way. So that's why the mental diet is such an important, integral part of your consistent routine, because you need to teach your mind to think from the new version. You can't just say, okay, you know, SP is mine and now we're done and that's it and now I think this way. It just won't work that way because, like I said, the logical, rational side of your mind and the rational brain is not going to let you do that. Your ego isn't going to let you do that. It's going to hold on to memories. And, you know, your survival instinct is going to say, no, don't do this because remember last time this happened, or, you know, you put yourself in a dangerous position by saying this, by doing that. So you're going to remember that, right? And by implementing your mental diet every day, by saying, oh, no, that's the old story. That's a thought we don't want. He actually does this. She actually says this to me. I actually have this much money in my bank account. Just flipping it, just literally saying something positive and to reverse the negative thought you just had or the negative statement you just said to someone or to yourself. That's how you kind of train your mind and start saying, no, every time we think about SP, every time we think about how we look in the mirror, this is what's going to come up. We're not going to say anything negative, we're going to do this. And it takes repetition and practice. So that's the only hard part. The principles and what you actually need to do is very simple, but being able to do it every day does take work and self-discipline, because most manifestations will have a little bit of resistance at least, if not a lot of resistance. So yes, it can be a little bit difficult at first. Now, to counteract that, you can add in an affirmation such as, manifesting is the easiest thing in the world, and it will help. So I'm not here to say, these are my limiting beliefs that manifesting is so hard. You're going to have to work so hard at it. It's going to be so difficult. I'm not saying that. You can manifest it to be a really easy practice for you to do every day. And I have affirmations for that, and it actually works. It actually helps. I very rarely panic about manifesting. I'm like, oh, there's a problem, I'll just fix it with manifesting. Like, I don't really panic much anymore, which is great. So you can train your mind to start thinking you can manifest anything you want easily. But when you're first starting out or you're coming out of a breakup with your SP, it's going to be hard, and that's just the way it is. But over time it will become easier. And the only thing you need to do, your only goal here and the only work you need to put into this is to convince yourself. Convince your own mind that SP is your husband or wife, that they text you, that you're going on a date with them, that you have your dream job, that you have enough money in your bank account to buy that new car you want, whatever the case may be. It's all about just convincing yourself. Like I said, your thoughts create your reality. Your repetitive thoughts, the assumptions and beliefs you create with your thoughts. So how do you create the ones you want? Through repetition, through a mental diet, so that you stop thinking from the old negative circumstances and just repeating that new story until it's literally like teaching a small child. You just repeat over and over and every day, and you give them homework, and in class or through parenting your children as well. Like, you just teach them and repeat the same principle or lesson or value, whatever it is. Even mathematics, you just go over it again and again and again until they believe it and understand it. It's the same thing with your mind. You're training yourself through repetition by drilling it into your subconscious mind. SP loves me, SP loves me. No, that he doesn't. He didn't text you. SP loves me, SP loves me. He didn't take you on a date last week like you wanted. SP loves me, SP loves me. And then finally your mind will be like, actually, SP loves me. He loves me, she loves me. And it's nothing to do with changing other people. It's all about changing yourself and your own mind. So it's not even about any physical action. It's all the mental action. Your thoughts, the way you speak, anything that you're processing in your mind, that's literally all you're trying to work on and change. Final point that I want to touch on is to remember that nothing in your physical reality is important in regards to your manifestation. Again, with circumstances, whatever the 3D reality is showing you, if it is the opposite of your desire and your manifestation, if you don't like it, if it doesn't make you feel good, you ignore it. It is irrelevant, it doesn't matter, it's not even permanent. It's not permanent, I promise you. I don't care what it is not permanent, right? So anything has the ability to change. And there's a quote that says, change is the only permanent thing in life is change, something like that. And it's true, things can and most probably will always be changing and adapting. So you do have the power to change any circumstance or any emotion or anyone's behavior towards you. So the circumstances and 3D reality are completely irrelevant. The only thing you need to work on and focus on is your own mind and repetitive thoughts. So hopefully this video, it wasn't too long, but I hope it did make sense and clarify the basic principles. All you need to do, remove any confusion or extra fluff that's been added on. Perhaps I have confused you guys a little bit with, finer details and more specific terminology, but really all it comes down to is this. So if you hear other coaches saying anything different or trying to add on tons of rules, please just ignore it and focus. Repetitive thoughts and thinking from your desired outcome, no matter what. Retraining your own thoughts, your own beliefs. So please do thumbs up and subscribe and turn on the notification bell if you enjoyed the video, if you found it useful, and I'll see you next time. Bye.